Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome to the channel, and if you are new here, a massive welcome to you. Go ahead and drop a comment now, guys. Let me know where you're watching from, and also guys, let me know the time of day wherever you are. Now today I have been running a little late. However, I had some technical issues. Whenever the system upgrades itself and you come on, then you're logged out of everything. And when I came on, I just found out that I was logged out of everything. And you guys know how it is when you try to log in and you try to get your password and all of that. Those are things that, I don't normally know right from my head. But it's good to be here and it's good to see you. And let me see who is here. So far, we have Kenya, we have Jill, we have Tracy, we have Claudia. Hi, Claudia. We have Jackie Mom, and so far, Hazel. I haven't seen you for a while. Magdalene is also here. Welcome to Sunday Chit Chat. And as you all know, Sunday Chit Chat was created for us to do just that, just to chit chat. So that's what we are going to do today. And of course, we're going to focus on the topic a little. But because it is Sunday Chit Chat, if you have question and you want to interact, then feel free to do so. Now, I can see the thumbs up. I can see the likes. So go ahead and give us a thumbs up and go ahead and give us a like. And I hope the system sent out our notification, even though we came on a little past the time. Definitely it will send it out. So what we're going to talk about today is retinol, collagen, vitamin C for youthful, wrinkle-free skin. Brooklyn, New York, welcome to the live show. And yes, guys, we are totally live. Okay, so how do you layer these products? How do you use these products together to get the best result? Welcome, Aminia. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday and it is Sunday Chit Chat. Go ahead and drop a like and go ahead and let us know where you are watching from. We like to know that. Now, when it comes on, today we are diving deep into the absolute holy grail of anti-aging skincare. And most of you watching already know what those are, but if you're new here, this might be something new to you. How to layer the retinol and the collagen for real, visible wrinkle reduction, guys, without ruining your skin barrier. If you ever use retinol and end up with red, flaky, or irritated skin, or if you apply collagen cream and wonder, is this actually doing anything, or did I just waste my money on this? No, guys, this stream is for you, because by the end of this live, you're going to know the exact signs that and the right order, even though, as I said, I talk about this all the time. How to apply specific products that give you the firm, the plump, and also the glowing skin. Now, guys, the big secret before we jump into the routine, let's get this clear. Anti-aging isn't about using one magic bottle of anything, a magic bottle of a serum, a magic bottle of a retinol cream, a magic bottle of Khichi Beauty anti-aging products. No, it's about synergy, guys. People always ask me, Khichi, should you use retinol or collagen? My answer is always both. Retinol is your deep cellular engine. It speeds up your skin cell turnover and tell your skin to produce new healthy cells. But collagen, guys, well, most of you already know how I feel about collagen. Collagen is your barrier builder, your moisture cushion, and your instant surface smoother. When you pair them together, you get maximum anti-aging result with zero downtime and irritation. But we're not talking about pairing these two together at the same time. We're talking about how to use them alternatively to get the maximum result. So welcome, guys. Tracy is watching from Miami, and who else, guys? Go ahead and let us know where you are watching from. On my count, I'm watching to see if the system is, normally sometimes when we're late, the system just don't even circulate our our notification, or sometimes it just take a while for it to come. Sandra is watching from New York, city of New York. Welcome, welcome. Who else is here? Kenya is in Brooklyn. And go ahead and let me know where you're watching from, guys. I'm just looking at the comment. Now, let me ask a question, guys. How many of you currently watching is using retinol, vitamin C, or collagen? Go ahead and let me know if you're using retinol, vitamin C, or collagen. And even if you're using just one, let me know which one you are using, because that's what we're going to talk about today. And of course, as I said, if you're just joining, it is Sunday Chit Chat, and feel free to just chit chat with us. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have, once it's within the YouTube guideline and once it is related to skincare. Magdalene is watching from Washington, D.C. And guess, I see, let me see, Titi is here, and Titi is watching from Texas. Yes, I can remember Teacher's watching from Texas. Welcome, welcome. Drop it in the chat if you're currently struggling with fine lines. Also, guys, we need to know that. And if you suffer from dry skin or retinal flaking, let us know in the chat. Let us those numbers flying in. Yeah, I can see, the notification is definitely going out now. All right, so let's go ahead, guys, and start. So Amina is using both retinol and Amina is both of using the above, which is going to be retinol, vitamin C, and collagen. And Tracy's using collagen and retinol. And hi, Margaret, watching from Nottingham, UK. I saw Margaret just now, and I was like, oh my goodness. There's a very, very faithful subscriber that we have, and her name was Margaret. And from time to time, she came across, my mind. And from time to time, we need to kind of give her a shout out. She's no longer with us, but she was such a major part of the channel. And we have lost Margaret a couple of years ago, but as I said, from time to time I join Sunday Chit Chat. I remember, and now Margaret from Nottingham just trigger us to talk about Margaret a little. We miss you, and I hope you are sleeping in peace. All right, guys. So Claudia, I am using your vitamin C and retinol, not retinol, not retinol. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. And Jill is using retinol, vitamin C, collagen, day, and retinol night. Okay, perfect. If you're new here, guys, go ahead and let us know what you are currently using on the skin, whether you're using retinol, collagen, vitamin C, or any product that you're using on the skin that contain any of these ingredients. Go ahead and let us know. Today, we might feature some of the Khichi Beauty skincare products just to get our message across. So if you're new to the channel and you have not seen our products, guys, you can find them on our website, alexmaxi.com. We have all the products we're talking about: vitamin C, retinol. I just blocked Shiva from walking in a certain area, and I just noticed she just pushed away everything that I blocked and is there like really enjoying herself from the area I blocked her. How many of you have pets, guys? How many of you have dogs? Yeah, sometimes dogs can be, I would say really pushy. Like, some people allow the dogs to go everywhere in their home, while some people are very particular about what area the dog could go in. I am one of those dog person that prefer my dog to be in only certain area. I do understand that some people, make the dog be in the bed and all of that kind of stuff. Not me. I like my bedroom to be free from the dog. And I also like certain areas of my living room to not have the dog, especially a dog that jump up on the couch and all these kind of things. So, however, the rest of the house, the dog could roam. I have no problem with that, but I'm a little territorial when it comes on to dog. And I have a dog, for several years, and I do love dogs, but as I said, I like boundaries. If you are a dog person, guys, go ahead and comment and let me know if you allow your dog to roam right through and through the home. Go ahead and let me know, guys. All right, guys. Now, Tracy, I suffer from fine lines around the eyes. I have dry. Oh, and for those of you who do not know who Sheba is my dog. 90% of you already know who Sheba is. Now, I have dry skin. Dry skin is much better since, okay, I suffer from fine lines around the eyes. I have dry skin. Dry skin is much better since using Khichi Beauty products. Loving the ultra luminous age products. And the funny thing about it is we have the ultra luminous, which are these products right here. And we also have the Supreme, and you have mixed reaction. Some people like go crazy for the ultra luminous, while some people go crazy for the Supreme. And the honest truth about these products, guys, is your preference and how it works on the skin. I like both. I use them, week on, week off, and sometimes I just reach for whichever one, depending on how I feel. But they're great products to try. You are not in charge of Sheba. You are Sheba employee. For real, Sheba just really make a mess just now. Like, totally ignore my little barrier. But anyway, we are moving on. So let's talk a little bit about morning, okay? Morning routine. At night, we repair the skin, okay? At night, we can load on a lot of things on the skin. But in the daytime, it's more about protection. If you're using retinol at night but skipping protection in the morning, you're taking a step forward and 2 steps backwards, okay? Because most of you already know why is the sun, okay? The first step every morning after cleansing is antioxidant protection. This is where Khichi Beauty vitamin C serums and vitamin C creams comes in. Okay, vitamin C is essential because it neutralizes free radicals from pollution and UV ray. A lot of people don't know that a little bit of a vitamin C also help. The exact thing that break down your natural collagen in the first place. You want to make sure you're using the vitamin C and you are also using your sunscreen. Sunscreen. Plus, vitamin C brighten the skin. Sometimes people ask about what can I use to brighten my skin without bleaching my skin, and I always tell them, go ahead and use some vitamin C. The first thing I normally introduce is, if you have spots and blemishes, try Khichi Beauty dark spot corrector, which is this cream right here. And this dark spot corrector, you can use it on your face, you can use it all over your body, but most of all, you can use spot treat any areas on your skin, your face that you are trying to fade. But if you are looking for like an overall smoothness to the skin, you have dull skin and you're trying to brighten the skin, you're trying for that even skin tone, go ahead and try vitamin C. Another set of ingredients and products that I recommend is turmeric. Now, when it comes on to turmeric products, especially Khichi Beauty turmeric skincare products, we not only use turmeric in those products, we also add like vitamin C, we have like hyaluronic acid. We mix that turmeric with ingredients that's gonna also help to protect the skin. Now, chill. Dogs are work and keep us young. Yes, for real. They are, yeah. I like to just interject. I like to see people with dogs, to be honest. And I like to see people with, like, when they're driving, like with their dogs and the dog head is through the windows and all of that. And it look really, really nice when you see people with their dog, especially a well-groomed dog. But when you get your own dog, it's work, okay? It is a lot of work. Like work. Like now, Sheba is getting, yes, guys, if you're just joining, I know it's not a dog show, but it's Sunday Stitches, so we're just talking about dogs for a little bit. Now, Sheba is getting old. Sheba is now 14 years old. And one of the reasons why we definitely block Sheba, like right now, she's right there rolling on that rug that we don't want her to be on, because she's kind of having eye issue. And sometimes she just pee anywhere. It's that time of her life. She'll just, even though she's really trained, but because of her eyesight is really, really going, so sometimes she pee anywhere, and we have to start to kind of block her from certain areas, take up some rugs and stuff like that. But what we're gonna do. That's we all getting old one day, right? All right. So back to the chat. Back to facial. Okay, now we were talking about vitamin C. Now when you apply Khichi Beauty vitamin C, press it gentle in your face, and don't forget, use your vitamin C on the neck and décolleté. Do not rub aggressively. And just also with retinol, even though we're talking about morning, when you get retinol, as a matter of fact, anything with the acid, okay, anything with the acid, I don't encourage you to just be rubbing it in your face. I know someone, whenever they are using products on their skin, it's like this is a neck cream. I think this is the only thing I have here open. And don't forget, guys, this is our neck and décolleté cream. I know someone that loves these creams so much that I would say almost every month this person is buying this cream. I could say who it is, but so when you get your cream, your vitamin C and your retinol, some people like to rub the products on their skin like this, like they're trying to press the products in the skin. I said no to that. As a matter of fact, if you're like an OG and you have been watching me for a long time, you know, ever since, I don't really rub products in my skin like that. I always prefer to press my products in my skin, regardless of what product I'm using, whether it is retinol, whether it is vitamin C, whether it is just a regular anti-aging products. I just like to just press things on my skin, like just pressing. And that's what I encourage you all to do with your products, because when you are like rubbing it like that, not really boots in circulation like that. Some people think they are. If your boots in circulation, you have to slowly rub it like this. But as I said, when I press with a little force on my skin like this. I just use a little force, and that is massaging the skin, which is gonna allow the product to seep deeper into your skin. Hi, Amina. Okay, so Amina is asking Titi how she's doing. Now, if you're new here, guys, go ahead and come. I don't know why, guys, but something with our notification today, but it's okay, even though we put this notification out a little on the earlier side. But maybe because we're late, things have been changing a lot on YouTube, guys. Things has been changing a lot, but we'll see how it goes. There are weeks when we find that we have a whole set of new people watching, and there's week when we find that when you're not on time. I guess they are trying to get us to be on time. All right, but we are trying, and I know a lot of you watching might be wondering how I'm doing, but you know, sometimes I would say I'm okay. And sometimes I've been missing a little bit because I've had situation, guys, and some of you know that I was like flooded out and I lost, I would say, to be honest, I lost 95% of my things. But I look at it as things. Okay, I look at it as things. When you have life, to me, that's all that matters. A friend of mine was saying to me the other day, like, we were talking about, you know, where I'm at, and it's so much like smaller. And she was saying to me, like, you know, when you take a look at 90% of the things that you really have, you realize that they're just things and you could really do without them, right? You could really do without them. And it is true. I am actually doing without a lot of things that is just things. As I said, they are just things. I do understand that they are, and yes, I changed the topic totally, guys. So you'll understand. Sometimes, you know, if you have been an OG, you know, sometimes I come on and I start the topic and then I just stop and start talking. Yes. If you're like a collector of things, I would consider myself a collector of things. And here why I'm going to say I am a collector of things. I normally purchase things according to certain milestone in my life. So I remember like my first paycheck. When I get my first paycheck, I bought something. I bought a lamp with my first paycheck. And every milestone that I reach in life, I would get myself something. So say, for instance, when I hit 1 million subscriber on YouTube, I purchase something. I am not the type that is going to purchase like, oh, I'm going to purchase a ring for this milestone. No, I would normally buy something for the home. Like I'm going to buy a painting, or I am going to buy like a rug I might have been eyeing. So for me, like having lost my things, it's like a big, irreplaceable loss, if that makes sense. There's like a sentimental things that I lost. It's okay. I lost like 3 sets of couch. 1, 2, 3 set of couches, right? Plus 1 set of couch that I would say basically I recently bought like about 2 years ago. Like those, that the one I recently bought, I don't have much of a sentimental attachment to it. I just think that I needed to replace a couch, and I just replaced that. The second set of couch that I lost, they're like more antique kind of couches. I have sentimental attachment to that because that was like when I get like my first YouTube paycheck, I bought that couch, like stuff like that. And I have like lamps. I could show you a lamp that like my second paycheck I bought, like just stuff like that, like a set of like um silverware, like, so if you come to my house, it's like it's a story. It's like, oh, I purchased that. Or if I do like my travels, I would buy things. So that's just how I go. So all these things, persons be like, oh, don't worry, there's insurance, blah blah blah. They can't replace those things. That's just what I'm saying. They can't replace those things. But at the end of the day, it's life, and it's called like starting over afresh. So it has been rough, to be honest. It has been rough in terms of, the ups and down and all of that. But I am not normally like a weak person, to be honest. I'm more like a strong person. And with all that loss, I and I could say to you guys, I could say it is nothing to hide. I'm coming from like, having a couch that costs like thousands of dollars to where I'm at right now. I went and I bought a couch set, and I paid something like $700 for my couch set. Yeah, and I'm perfectly fine. So that was a conversation I was having with a friend of mine, and she was saying, when you look at all of the things you had, you really don't need them. You could be quite happy with way, 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 way less. And that is true. It's just that, as I said, you build things over the years. You build things. It have a story, okay? It's not just buying things to impress the neighbors or buying things to impress your friends. It's just, for me personally, it's just buying things that I can look back at and said, I work for that. My grandmother, true story, my grandmother, when we were younger, she used to tell us that, whenever and now I look at it different, but whenever you go out and you work and you get a paycheck, make sure to eat something, make sure to buy something and eat first from the paycheck. At those days, I could understand where she's coming from. Like, you work so hard, treat yourself to something. And I feel like I take that same principle, but I twist it where it's not like food, but I'm going to say material things. So I would treat myself to something, not every time I get a paycheck, but sometimes a milestone or whatever, I would treat myself to something. And I'm not that type of a girl that is, as I said, is going to treat myself to, I'm going to say, like a Gucci bag. I probably wouldn't treat myself to a Gucci bag, but I probably would treat myself to like a Pino painting, like something that when I get older, I probably could like resell it, like, something like that. But anyway, guys, as I said, I have life, I have health and strength. That is the most important thing. And I am working on like really, really coming back. I feel like every month, 6 months is well into it already, guys. I feel like every time I come on, I'm like, oh, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back. But when you are like in a situation like I'm coming here to you today, I'm happy, I'm coming to you today, I'm in this place, I'm right here with you, but I don't want to come on here and not be here with you. Okay, I don't want to come on here and not be here with you. However, it also takes courage, and it also takes strength to be going through things, and then you come on here and you put on a happy face. Like, it takes a lot to do that. And I like to be myself. I like to keep it real. I like to not be fake. Yeah, I don't know. And I get that all the time. Like some people would be like, oh, you're just too open. You're just, because I don't know how to be fake, and I don't like to be fake. Okay. I like to keep it real. There are certain things that I don't really come on and say, because I know that this is the internet. Of course, I have subscribers that are like really, really close to me. We have become friends over the years, even though they are my subscribers that I would like send side note to and say, X is going on with me, Y is going on with me, but I wouldn't like come on and say everything. But in a setting like today, it just dawned on me that I could say what's going on, what is going on with me. Magdalene, you said it all, Gigi. I look at them like things. Claudia, exactly. Your losses as meaning. Thank you so much for that. Jill, Gigi, you're so right. A friend is living through the horrible fire in Canada, not Claudia, and it's possible going to have to evaluate, maybe evacuate. She has the same attitude that it can all be replaced, and that is true. And here's a little story about me. Some of you might not know, and I am Jamaican, and I permanently live in America when I was 25 years old. But at 25, I was very much well established in Jamaica. I am the person that had the good job. I could say where I used to work. I used to work at the time it was JBC, which is a TV/radio station. And I was an accountant there. And yes, I went through college in Jamaica Business School and all of that. And I was doing well. And at the time there was like, the time when stock market's coming on and all of that. So I used to, do all of that. And when I came here, I would say I just give away my things. And it was the same principle that I have, where I remember when I get my first dining table, I was watching it in a store, and those days they have like layaway. And every week I would go and I would pay a little money on it. So, and the first set of things you have in life, I think they mean the most to you. Well, that's for me, really. The first set of things, like the first bed that I bought for myself, the first, as I said, dining table, the first fridge, the first stove, the first set of things that I personally purchased for myself are the things that mean the most to me. So when I actually have to, basically, I gave away, and I gave some to my sister at the time and all of that, all my things to come to America. I feel like nothing of that kind of a value to me again. However, I came here and I start back with the same principle of getting my first paycheck and buying things and all of that. I still have that same principle. So I'm just saying that to say the fact that the first set of things was all gone, and now this is like a second phase where everything is all gone and I can start all over again. Okay, it's not going to be my first paycheck, but it's going to be the first thing I got back after the loss, like something like that. But anyway, guys, I think I'm rambling up. Let's get back to the show. Let's get back to the show. But yeah, I getting to the stage where I am feeling better, and I am doing better. Okay. All right. So let's get back to the show. If you're just joining, it is Sunday Chit Chat, and Sunday Chit Chat was created for us to do just that, to just chit chat. And today we are talking about, layering retinol, collagen, and vitamin C for a youthful, wrinkle-free skin. One of the questions that people like to ask is, it's about wrinkles. I have wrinkles. How can I get rid of the wrinkles? That's people normally just want you to just give them a solution for that, like right away. But every time that you look at your skin, anything that is going on with it, it takes time, and everything is gradual. You have to be like committed to your skincare routine. Okay. Now there's this host that I watch on TV, and as I said, I like to look at people, especially people in the media, and I like to look at their faces, right? And to me, her face was looking really, really fine. And the other day I was watching her, and I noticed that she definitely gets some Botox done. How many of you watching here would do some form of a Botox? Go ahead and comment, guys. If you feel like you could do Botox, comment. Botox are fillers. I think fillers is just for the lips, and Botox is where you put a little thing and your cheeks could look like this. Oh, so if I go get some Botox and come back on here, I think my cheeks would look like this, somewhere there. Claudia, I still have my first dining table and 4 chairs. I purchased it at 21 years old, 35 years ago. They don't make furniture like these anymore. That's another thing. That is another thing, for real. I'm gonna see if I could come on tomorrow. It's the truth. It is the truth. You had quality stuff back there, for real. Nowadays, I don't even know. Everything comes in a box, mostly. Khichi, I'm glad you have insurance, but I understand it's the small things you miss that you can't replace. Things of it's like this, you have a reason. I have a reason to go shopping, for real. Yes. And the funny thing about it is that I have not been shopping. But anyway, let's get back to the show, guys. So Titi, I can't do Botox. I am afraid. So who else here is afraid of like going to get Botox? No needles for me. That's for Tracy. Anyone else is afraid? I am like a big coward also. I am afraid. Like I am afraid to do Botox. I am afraid to do any form of enhancement. And I know a lot of people, like my peers, they're all like getting some form of an enhancement, and I am not getting anything because I am afraid. I am really, really afraid. And I still believe that I can work on my face for myself to fix it. Jill, I would not do Botox. Try massage skin. Try massage skin after skin is moisturized. Definitely. That is me. I am definitely afraid. And I don't care who want to call me like old school or what, but I am afraid. But most of for years and years, I used to have people come on the channel and used to tell me that I am doing Botox. Yeah. I used to smile at it. Then I used to tell myself, oh, I guess my face is looking good. I do know that I have a little bit of a higher cheekbones, but I am afraid. I am afraid to do my lips. I figure out how to do them so that, they could look a certain kind of way. I am afraid to my stomach. If I was to do something, I probably would want to do like a tummy tuck. Am I brave enough to do something like that? No, I am not brave enough. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm not brave enough to do those things. I am still old school. I still think I could get up and, work out. I know when you're getting older, the hormones, guys, is just flip-flopping all over the place, especially when you are menopausal. It's like, okay, true story. Years ago, I could just get up and I could say, I am going to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. Okay. I said 3 months because I still would do the healthy version, not wanting to lose 10 pounds in a month. And I could do it. I could just cut carbs because carb is just not my friend for my body. Remember, everyone is different. Okay. Not because I am saying that cut carbs it might not be for you. Okay, because some people need a little carbs to function. Okay, well, like for me, because my system is slow, I really don't need that excess carb in my system. But some people have to have a little carbs. You have to know your body. Some people don't need to cut anything, they just need to eat smaller portion. But once you know your body, then you know what works for you. So for me, I used to be able to just cut carbs. And when I say cut carbs, I still do the healthy carbs, because if, in case you don't know, guys, carbohydrate is in everything. And some of you might be pleasantly surprised of how carbohydrate is really in everything. When I say every, how many of you drink milk? Like you go to the grocery store and you buy a jug of milk. How many of you do that? Whether you're buying 1%, 2%, low fat, skim milk, old milk, it doesn't matter what milk you are buying. How many of you buy milk? How many of you drink milk? And how many of you, for years and years and years, were drinking milk and feeling that, oh, there's no carbs? But some milk have up to 7% of carbs per cup. There's carbohydrate there. There's carbohydrates in everything. I feel like there is no such thing as no carb diet, to be honest. I feel there's no such thing as no carbs. So I would say low carbs, because the very thing that you think, for instance, you're cutting carbs and you're going to have a sandwich and you say, okay, let me just put a little twinkling of tomato ketchup on it. And you're looking at a tomato and you'll be like, okay, it's a tomato. But when you take a step, you get that ketchup. That ketchup is loaded with sugar. So there goes the hidden carbohydrates in it. So Jill, we used to get raw milk. Yeah, raw milk. And the funny thing about it, that's the milk I grew up with, like straight from the cow. But now that would consider pasteurized milk. Now that I learned that our raw milk is unpasteurized, unpasteurized milk. But those were good days where you just take. How many of you live in an area where you could get your milk delivered in bottles? You know, those, do they still do that? That's something that I used to dream about when I was a kid. Like when I grew up, I want them to deliver the milk on my doorstep. Do they still do that? Anyway, Claudia, I have a headache when I couldn't move my eyebrows. Okay, I was training person for my friend who is now a nurse for a cosmetic surgeon. She trained um filler injection on my face. It was fun for 4 weeks, but never again. That was 12 years ago. Yeah, so when you're doing those kind of things, you're gonna need someone that you could practice on. I saw a girl went and did a Botox, which I didn't even realize that they do Botox for like your wrinkles in your forehead. And she went and she do a Botox on her forehead, and she couldn't move it. Like just what Claudia is saying, she couldn't like do this. A lot of people tell me that my forehead don't move, but there's no Botox there. It's just what it is. I don't really talk with my face, and I feel like I don't have wrinkles. Not everyone have wrinkles on their forehead, and some people have really, really deep wrinkles. And I feel like that is they inherit that from families and friends. Now, in Winnipeg, they do milk, deliver milk. Oh, and maybe someplace here in the US, they probably still do that bottle delivery, especially if like people are kosher, I think. They would like, but I think you would have to live in certain areas. I'm in Brooklyn. I've never seen anyone delivering milk, but it's something that I used to feel like I need in my life. Like, when you're younger, you have all these kind of dreams and what you want to be and how you want to live when you're an adult. And that was one thing, the milkman delivering the milk on the door. And that would be fresh milk. All right, guys, welcome to Sunday Chit Chat. It is Sunday, and that's what we're doing today. We are just chit-chatting. We're all over the place. I know a lot of you is here for how to layer the retinol, the collagen, and the vitamin C on the skin. So we are going to talk a little bit about it. So Claudia grew up with milk delivered by the milkman. Yes, loving that. All right, so let's continue with our anti-aging skincare regime. Now, I prefer, if you're just starting out taking care of your skin, for you to use a set of products, okay? Because normally when people have a set of products, they could stick to it more than if they are like all over the place. A lot of people sometimes are very, very confused with, oh, you're giving me retinol, you're giving me vitamin C, I have collagen here, but then you give me an anti-aging products. I am confused. Serums, I don't really know how to use all these products, and it kind of sound like and seems like it could be overwhelming. So I always encourage people, whenever you are starting out, to go with a set. And when it comes on to Khichi, hi Sandra, welcome to the live show. Thank you. When it comes on to Khichi Beauty skincare products, sometimes people would ask me like, oh, what is it that I can use? Can you, make a set for me? And I used to do it until I find that I'm having like 100 people asking me to make a set for them, and I couldn't keep up. So I tend to just cut that out. And that's one of the reasons why we have so many sets on our website, because of the amount of people that normally request, can you make a set for me? So we have like our Supreme Anti-Aging set. So if you're just starting out, go ahead and get a full set. Now, when you have a full set, it is easy to layer the products on the skin. Like that Supreme set have day cream and night cream, so you can know what to use at night and what to use in the daytime. But let's cut a long story short. Just me, hello, great to be here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's cut a long story short when it comes on to retinol. Let's talk about retinol first. Okay, now retinol is vitamin A. How many of you watching remember when I used just plain vitamin A oil in my DIY recipes? I use just the vitamin A oil. Now, when you have a vitamin a retinol cream, it is a vitamin A. But the thing about vitamin A is that I'm going to say the original vitamin A oil is very, 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 very strong. And as most people might not know, but soybean is rich in vitamin A, which contains also rinsolilic acid. So vitamin A is so strong that it's not recommended for you to use a vitamin A directly on the skin. So what they do, they break it into retinol. They break it into different strength. So you could have full strength, a weaker version. So the weakest of the vitamin A for your skin is retinol. The other two you have to go to your dermatologist to get, because some people use it and it really irritates their skin. So they will recommend what strength you need to get. So when you get your retinol at home, use it at night. And here's a little thing: use your retinol on your hands also. If you find that your hands are looking wrinkled and looking a little older than you'd want them to look, when you get your retinol cream and you use it, just take a little bit and rub on your hands also. Okay, and Khichi Beauty have retinol cream along with the retinol serum. You can try our brand, and this is, we said deep wrinkles, and the reason why we say deep wrinkles is because we have the vitamin A in it, but we have other ingredients like hyaluronic acid, and I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not even going to try to read the ingredients list, but all our products are lists where you can read the ingredients. So we have more ingredients in it to form a cream, so that it's like a full product for your face, that when you use it, it is not only clearing hyperpigmentation, it is not only softening those wrinkles, but it is also, it is also hydrating the skin, lift, tighten, and firming the skin. I can say that for all retinol cream, because all retinol creams are not built the same. It's about the ingredients that you as a manufacturer want to be in your special products. Okay, so I could, let's say, have Khichi Beauty retinol cream and I want to put aloe vera in it, and I want to put, let's say, a little bit of a star anise in it. I could go ahead and make it and put it in it. So my retinol cream might have a total different ingredients from another person's retinol cream. The only thing they have in common is that they have to have that vitamin A, which is the why you can now label it as a retinol cream. So you use that retinol cream at night, neck and décolleté, okay? And as I said, you do not rub retinol cream. You press it on the skin. Press, 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 press. Press it on the skin, which is also boosting circulation in the skin. Now, I would suggest that you use your retinol cream for 6 weeks. If you're just starting out, use your retinol cream for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you give it a break. Give it a break. Use another anti-aging night cream or another anti-aging cream like Khichi Beauty Supreme or the Khichi Beauty Ultra Luminous Cream or even our Ultra Defense Moisturizer. Don't sleep on that one, guys. The Ultra Defense Moisturizer. I noticed this week a lot of people have been grabbing the Ultra Defense Moisturizer, and most likely it's for a reason. That Ultra Defense Moisturizer, I'm looking around to see if I have one on my desk, but I don't. Oh yes, I have one out of the box. This cream right here. I call this, any one of you like bagels? Like the everything bagel? This is it right here. This is a cream that have everything in it. Like, yes, everything. So you switch out of the retinol and you use something like that for another 2 to 3 weeks, and then you go back to the retinol. That is the best way to use retinol for maximum result, especially when you are trying to tighten and firm, reduce wrinkles and fine lines, and get that glow to the skin. Now, here is something that most people don't really know, is that you need to change up your products from time to time. Because when you're using just one product on the skin, you know, some people like, okay, I find a cream and the cream is working, so I'm just going to stick to it. And they stick to that cream for 10 years. No, you got to change it up a bit, because just like you get tired of eating the same food every day, that's how your skin also get tired of just using the one product. I remember people used to come and watch my DIY, and they used to be like, oh, you have so much remedies. Like, how do you know which one work? Blah, 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 blah. Now, I used to tell them, all the remedies is not for you. Pick 4 or 5 of these remedies and use them, because everyone's skin is different. So I have to make remedies for different type of skin situation. And it's the same thing with the products. Like for me, I don't use no one product always, 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 always. I mix it up. I change it up. I definitely switch out and in, and I find that works for my skin best. Okay, now another person is gonna ask, but if you buy a cream, how do you know that it's working if you have to change it all the time? No, you give it, as I said, 6 weeks. It don't really have to be 6 weeks. However, when it comes down to skincare products, you cannot say a product doesn't work on the skin if you don't give it 6 weeks at least. Let's say, you know, like for some company, if you were like to return a product, you can't return the product in 2 weeks and said, oh, the product don't, I'm returning it because it don't work for my skin and I've been using it 2 weeks. No, it have to be 6 weeks. 6 weeks before you can say a product don't work on the skin. However, you're going to find products that you use them on the skin, and within sometimes even 3 to 4 days, you can see the difference. You can look at your face and you're like, something is going on. Like, true story, my turmeric facial polish, like this is the summer time, and you know, if you're out in the sun and all of that, when I use my turmeric facial polish, I can always guarantee you that I'm gonna have a glow to my skin. I'm gonna have a glow to my skin. Of course, I love using all the polishes, but when it comes on to like my skin is dull, I go somewhere like 2-3 days and I come back and I use that turmeric polish. I think I have one here. Let me show you which polish. This polish right here. I can basically see an instant glow. So in my bathroom, at any given time, you're going to find a turmeric polish and either one of those things. I used to just go crazy about the blueberry polish, and I used to use the blueberry polish every day, every day, every day. So now I kind of switch up, but I always have the turmeric, especially in the summer months. I always have the turmeric. And like right now, I have the turmeric and the vitamin C in my bathroom. That's the 2 that I'm currently using. As soon as the temperature change and stuff, then I'm going to switch to like the carrot and the blueberry. But the turmeric, you have dull skin, you do it. And now, just so you guys know, we get back supplies, as I said, we are, getting back on track, and I'm sorting them out, like what is right there, because I'm sorting them out. So these are the brushes that anytime you buy like one of our facial polish, we give you one of these silicone brushes and you use it on the face. I personally, guys, to be honest, I use my hands with the polish, but most people like feel like the polish are, they want like a stronger scrub to the face, then that's why we give them this. But for me, because I know what is in the polish, and I also know that if you like over scrub your face with the polish, even if you're, it could cause irritation, because the granules in this is what I try to do. I try to mimic baking soda. Okay, and most of you know that that baking soda granules is really, 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 really fine. So that's what we do with our polishes. We try to mimic that. So when you get the polish, some people feel like they need more grains, but you really don't need the grains because it is there. So just use it with confidence and know that it is getting the job done. But for those of you who feel like, no, you need more friction, we give you these little brushes with them. So you take the polish, you put it on it, and then you exfoliate your skin with it like this in circular motion. And some people get them in their little packages and be like, oh, I don't know what this is for. It's for exfoliating the skin, and it can be good for your neck though. Yeah, for those of you with black neck, darker neck, you just exfoliate, 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 and you are good to go. But I personally just put it in my hands and exfoliate my face with it, and it is good. Titi, this not your defense. Okay, so let me pull this one up. This is what I'm talking about. Chichi, the Ultra Different Moisturizer is my favorite. I put it on my face and my face looks so hydrated and soft. I order a few now. I just opened my last one. Thank you for another great product. Thank you for that comment, TT. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I just noticed that people just start getting into the Ultra Defense Moisturizer, even though I was talking about it for such a long time. Like, it's everything. It's like everything is in it. Like, I normally recommend it for the guys, like when they call and like, oh, what can I use? Are these products only for female? Blah, blah, blah. I like try the Ultra Defense Moisturizer, because then you just take one cream that have everything in it. But if you haven't tried this product, guys, try it, guys. And for some of you, we are gonna be changing the jars again. We're going to be changing the jars again. Some of you had like the original first jars that we make our products in. Now I went ahead and I didn't like how it was like stuck in the cover, and I do these jars, but the more I use these jars, the more I realize that I'm not, it's like not my favorite jars. So we are going to go to glass jars. We're going to go to glass jars. Now, bear in mind that when we do glass jars look attractive, okay? They cost more. We do these kind of a jars to save. And, you know, you also remember that we do like a lot of natural stuff. These are like hard plastic. So we do these kind of jars, but make sure that we cut in corners with the jar so that we put more effort into the products that is in the jar. But the honest truth, when it comes down to like from a marketing standpoint, people like pretty jars. Okay, people like, for me, I would be like, just put the cream in a little bottle and give it to me, because I just wanted I'm about the ingredients. I'm about what is in the product. Okay, I'm about that. I'm about how well it works on my skin. But no, for marketing, guys, people like a pretty jar. People like a pretty jar, and it is what it is. So I can't be like, okay, I'm gonna be doing a business, but I am just focusing on myself. Like I could just throw the thing in anything and I'm gonna just focus on the ingredients. People still want the jars to look good. So yeah, we are gonna get rid of these jars, and we're gonna do glass. This is glass. The turmeric products are in glass jars. The single creams like the retinol cream, the collagen cream, and all of that, they are in hard plastic, which are more economical. Now this one is The neck cream is in like hard plastic. I don't have any problem, to be honest, with the neck cream jar. I don't have a problem with the neck cream jar. This is what it looks like. However, if I had a neck cream in a jar like this and it's a neck cream, people would gravitate towards this one more. You know, so yeah, guys. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So when you see it come, I'm not concerned about the jar, but quality of the product. That's me. That's me. But I realize when it comes down to marketing, is what the eyes see. Is what the eyes see. Camilla Jones, why do commercialize still play while I'm watching the why commercial is playing while you're watching the live stream? Okay, so commercial is gonna play while you're watching the live stream on YouTube. The only time you don't have commercial, unless you subscribe to YouTube, something that YouTube TV or something like that. If you subscribe to them, when you watch the show, there's no commercial. However, we have commercial on the live and all the videos because that's what pay us. So when a commercial comes on, you watch a commercial, and that's how we get paid. If there's no commercial, it means that we're not getting paid. So watch a commercial for us, guys, and yeah, so you could help us to get something. Jill, I pay attention to the ingredients. Okay, I'm not concerned about the jar, just the quality. That's me, but I realize it don't work in marketing. Marketing, they need the pretty jar. So I could have like this jar, vitamin C, and it could be jam-packed with amazing anti-aging ingredients. And I could have this one, and it have 2 ingredients in it that's not even going to get the job done, but people is going to buy this one more than they're going to buy this one. Not that anything is wrong with the jar, but yeah, they like a prettier jar. And I also know that sometimes it's because of vanity. Like people like to put their products like in their bathroom and they want it to look like presentable, like, you know, like they have a lot of money, I think. So there goes the problem. Now, Monica, we like pretty packaging, but what most important for some active ingredient is that the packaging is more opaque to prevent the product from losing effectiveness. I'm from Patagonia, Argentina. LA. Oh, really? LA. I was like, Argentina, you know, but yeah, like LA. Yes, for true. And that's why if you notice, like, Khichi Beauty anti-aging products, we go for darker jars because it protects the products on the inside. And also when you look at like our products right here, if you notice, we wrap the paper around it, a darker kind of a paper to protect the product. So darker things protect the products from losing its potency. So that's what we try to do. But yeah, so the jar it is. All right, guys, I can't believe my time is basically up, and I know it's kind of straight from the topic today, but that's what we do. And I'm hoping that I could, you know, every week I promise that I'm gonna come a day in the week, and I don't, but I am gonna try to come on. Today's Sunday. By Wednesday. I'm going to try to come on in the evening by Wednesday, but I'm going to put the thumbnail out that you know that I'm coming. So I'll put the thumbnail out like a day before so that you know that, okay, I'm going to be on Wednesday night. Now, when it comes on to our group, I haven't been on the group much for the past week, guys, because as I said, life is lifing. But this week I'm going to be posting in the group again, so I definitely will post for you. And if you want to be a part of our group, guys, I had also promised that I was going to put it in the chat right here. We are on WhatsApp, and it's a group that you have to get I have to let you in the group. So if you don't have the link, you can't get in the group. So if you're interested in the group and want to be a part of it, we just basically chit chat over there. It's like family. Then you could send to khichibeauty@gmail.com and we'll send the link to you. I was going to put it like here, but I realized that if I do it, we might have like hundreds of people just clicking in, coming in our group that not necessarily want to be a part of the group. So I refrain from doing that because it's just such a group that it's almost like it's personal, to be honest. So if you want to be a part of the group, send to chichibeauty@gmail.com, and then we'll send you the link to let you know how to get in the group. Claudia, yes, there was a time when there were no ads during live show, but YouTube want to run ads, so you will watch. So you will watch the ad. Yeah. The thing about when it comes on to ads, if I am using the YouTube Studio, I could monitor when the ad is on, because I could just tell you guys, okay, we're gonna go to ads now, and I could just click a button, and then the YouTube would run an ad at that time. However, when I use the YouTube Studio, I can talk to you, like put your comment up on the board like I would, like now, like with Claudia comment, I could click on it and I could see it here. I can't do that when I'm in the studio. Also, if I want you all to join me like on live, like anyone want to be on the live with me, I can't do that in the studio. So I'm using StreamYard. So it's like an app to get into YouTube, which what make the difference. But there come a time, sometimes I might just come in the studio and do a show, and that way I could say, okay, we're going on a break for ads now, and then everybody wouldn't be getting the ads at that time because they set the studio up like that. Okay. All right, so that's my time today, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and be safe. I love you all, and as I said, I'm going to try to come back this week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, sometime in the week. I'm going to come on to have a show, but you'll know. If I'm coming tomorrow, I'll post the thumbnail very, very early in the morning. And of course, guys, some of you come for the show, the retinol, and we didn't. We just kind of switch off, but that's how we do sometimes. We switch off. And happy to announce, I have a video ready for tomorrow, a regular video, our everyday video. So we're going to post tomorrow, and we hope that going into from September, we're going to be able to just post our daily videos like we used to. So thank you so much for watching Sunday Chit Chat, guys, and have a great week. Take care of you. As I normally said, take care of you, because if you don't, no one else is going to do it for you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Happy Sunday, guys. Bye-bye.